and welcome to another Huddle Breakdown Extra Time. I'm your host Martin Murphy, and joined as ever by James and by Alan. How are you guys?
Doing well. I would like to welcome you guys to the community of freezing our nuts off. It's more normal for where I live, but it sounds like you guys have had the blustery few days, so I hope everyone's staying warm, including Martin. I heard that you had to have a digit amputated after frostbite at the game
The rumours
yesterday.
of me having a kilt in the upper tier of the North Stand have been greatly exaggerated, and
Okay.
I was able to fill myself with a hot beefy bovril, but I believe other such drinks are available, but I'm a traditionalist. That was the one of choice that got me through the second half, really, So how's it down your neck of the woods, Alan?
Yeah, it's just cold,
Yeah.
basically. It's just the fact that the local, in the neighbourhood, the pavements are completely ice, so it's just treacherous. My daughter actually fell over on the way to school. She's got her mocks today. I think she
All
was
right.
hoping that there'd be some lasting damage and she wouldn't have to do her exam, but it wasn't true. It wasn't actually.
Did
It
she
wasn't actually
throw
that bad.
herself? You think she went down too easily?
She did a Ryan Kent and just kind of threw herself to the ground.
Well, I hope she's more
Well,
productive in the exams than Ryan Kent
yeah.
was with his profession.
Uh,
Well, I hope she's okay. That sounds
No, she's
nasty.
fine. A bruised,
Yeah.
a bruised knee, but no, but two more exams ticked off, two more mocks ticked off, so all good.
That's what happens, James. Well, these kind of young people with their fashionable footwear all slipping about. I don't care, man. I'll get chains on my shoes and things as long as I can keep upright. That's the main thing. In all honesty, it was absolutely freezing last night. I think it was something like -5, -6, and I amused myself really during the game. I was listening to the chants, in response to the manager's comments after the St Mirren game. And I did laugh when obviously Rodgers had come out and said, how would I feel if there were chance for another manager while I'm in the touchline? So when the Martin O'Neill song came on, I did allow myself a good giggle with that, really, But I thought he handled the whole thing very well in the aftermath of the game as well, where he took it with good humour. Because initially I was wondering, there was a story out of nothing really, and I thought it was all very strange. But I thought they could take it the other way and there'd be lots of Kieran Tierney chants. But I thought both the Green Brigade and Rodgers handled it well. There's an awful lot of humour. Actually created a great atmosphere as well. It was one of those on a kind of wintry night, and maybe not the most exciting of games, where that kind of going on during the match was pretty good for the atmosphere, etc.
Well,
Sorry, James.
I was just going to say, if the coldest I've ever been in that, on a corollary, and I'm only mentioning this because there's a big American football game tonight that I'm not all that interested in, but my dad is. It's Penn State versus Notre Dame, which for people who know U.S. college football, that's like a historic rivalry that they haven't.
I'm a Notre Dame man.
Yep. So, as many American Irish Catholics are, and so I went to a Penn State game with my dad some years ago. It was up in the mountains in Pennsylvania, which is where Penn State is, and it was just. I would say it was probably with wind chill, like maybe Celsius, more like -10. And it's just you feel like you want to die. I mean, it was guzzling coffee. Didn't matter how many layers you have on. Like you stop feeling your extremities, and you're cuddling up with everyone around you. So it really, I mean, for the reason why I mention all this is not only to endure that to get through a game, but to have some kind of cheer and livelihood, and to be able to be in good spirits. I say bravo, because you're better people than me under similar conditions.
Just as well, it only lasts 90 minutes, isn't it?
Oh,
that's true too.
The last thing I'll say on it with the weather, because I'm sure it must be very tedious for those listening, I do apologise, but it kind of put me in mind of the coldest I've ever been at a game. Was against Celtic played Werder Bremen in the old European Cup. Must have been, 88? And wow, right up north of Germany in the winter, and we weren't dressed for it really. But I remember there was a few of the guys, and certainly not myself, who were kind of hardened drinkers, and there was a bar across the road from the hotel, and there was some debate about whether we should make a run for it and get over there. And so it was like kind of, you could just about see eyes through scarves, just wrapped up. It was honestly the coldest I've ever been. And anybody who was there, I'm sure they will recall that chill. 0-0 draw, eliminated because we lost the first game at home. So another braw European away night for me. So anyway, on to talking about much more positive things. A 16-point gap, a goal difference. He was at plus 50, something like that. Another good result in a very, very busy period. If I come to you, first of all, James, what were your thoughts about the game itself and what worked well for Celtic?
Yeah, I think top down, kind of big picture, similar to the St. Mirren game in the sense that we're slogging along, we're getting comfortable victories during, what's always the toughest part of the season. This just happens to be an extended version of that, given this abomination of a calendar. Just keep it going, basically from November straight through into February. It looks like it's just going to be a nonstop slog. So, with that context, I thought it was, perfectly acceptable. I think that. We'll get into it when we talk about some of the tactics and specifics. I think some of the problems and issues that we expected Dundee United to present manifested in multiple ways again. But, given that context, I thought ultimately it proved to be satisfactory, shall we say, without even having to grade on a curve. I thought it was, good enough given all that kind of broader context.
Yeah, I absolutely got the result. Alan, one thing that struck me right at the start of the game, and I wondered what your thoughts were, where, it was pretty much an unchanged team from the previous game, apart from Kuhn had, as we discovered, pulled up and a bit of a tight hamstring. And I must be honest, my heart sank a little bit when Yang was playing. How do you think he got on?
I mean, I don't think it's possible if you think about the squad, I don't think it's possible to drop such a level in any other position that we have on the field than it is to go from Kuhn to Yang. It's an enormous drop in quality, and I can't think in any other position do we drop that level in quality. So it was a real concern. Listen, that sounds. I'm not trying to be callous to the kid or anything like that, but to me, he's just simply not anywhere near the quality that we need. I actually don't think he did anything particularly wrong in the sense of didn't make any mistakes as such. Yeah, it was actually he got on the ball a lot and he kept the ball. I think that was the problem. I think what we'll get into, I think when we get into the guts of the game, really, is I really enjoyed the game. Actually, I'm a bit more upbeat about it than with James, but that's probably not unusual. I actually thought it was a good game. And I thought it was
We hope you enjoyed this free preview from all of us here at the Huddle Breakdown. We know you have options and we really appreciate you tuning in. To hear the rest of this episode and for much more Huddle Breakdown content, head on over to www.huddlebreakdown.com. We hope you consider subscribing. Thank you.